Today we are going to see how to create a simple macro in Microsoft Excel. So let's see an example. Say I want to add a series of 30 numbers starting from C1 all the way down to C30. So let's input the initial value, say number 11. Hold on the right mouse button at the bottom right corner of C1 cell and going to drag all the way down to C30, and then I'm going to raise the right mouse button to get a menu where I can select fill series. So by doing that, I've added a series of 30 numbers starting from 11 to number 40. So to get my desired result, I went through some 4 to 5 steps and I achieved that. The same thing can be done in a single step. This is where the macro comes in. So let's go ahead and see how to record and run a macro. So for doing that, we need something called Visual Basic Toolbar. If this toolbar is not available or not visible, go to Tools menu, click on Customize, and in the Toolbars tab, go all the way down and make sure you put a tick mark right before Visual Basic, which I've already done. So let's close this. So in the Visual Basic Toolbar, before we run a macro, we should first record the macro. So let's click on this red button, and when I do so, it will ask for a macro name. Two things you have to keep in mind while giving a macro name. Macro names won't accept spaces and special characters. I'm going to give it a simple macro fill series 30 numbers. And after this, you can give a shortcut key which can be used to run your macro. This is not mandatory, but if you want to run your macro instantaneously, then you need a shortcut key. As you can see, Control plus is already available. So apart from Control key, I'm going to hold down the Shift key and then press alphabet I. So by doing that, I've just defined a shortcut key to run my macro. And also make sure the shortcut key which you are defining here doesn't clash with the default keyboard shortcut keys which are already available in Microsoft Excel. So the shortcut key for my macro, simple macro fill series 30 numbers is Control Shift I, and then I'm going to click on OK. So as soon as I do that, the record macro button has changed into a square stop recording button. And also you can see here an extra button has appeared, which is relative reference. If you don't select relative reference, the Excel will always try to run the macro only for this particular cell. So always make sure you have selected the relative reference. So whatever I'm going to do right now will be recorded by Microsoft Excel. In the status bar, you can see it says recording. So let's add a series of 30 numbers. Hold on the right mouse button, drag all the way down to C30, release to get the menu and say fill series. So I'm going to stop recording. So to check whether my macro has been recorded, I can simply click on the run macro button here, or I can go to Tools menu, go to Macro, then click on Macros. You can also use the keyboard shortcut Alt F8. So as you can see, the macro which we have recorded is available here. So let's delete all these things and say I want to add a series of 30 numbers starting from G1. So in G1, I have given it as 21. So the shortcut key for the macro which I have created right now is Control Shift I. Just in case if you forgot your shortcut key, you can go to Tools menu, go to Macros, or say Alt F8 to bring the list of macros. Select your macro and then go to Options button, and there you can see the shortcut key. So the shortcut key for this macro is Control Shift I. Say OK, just close this, and with the desired cell highlighted with the value, I'm going to hold down the Control Shift I to add a series of 30 numbers. It's as simple as that. And even this macro will work for alphanumeric characters. Say A1, and then you press Ctrl Shift I. As you can see, it has added a series of 30 alphanumeric character. That is A1 to A30. You can also have something like awesome 1, and then you highlight that cell and then press Ctrl Shift I, and we have a series of 30 awesomeness. So this is how you create a simple macro in Microsoft Excel. Thanks for watching.